We are co-workers now.
Yeah.
And any touching I do of you has to be welcome. I've read the handbook.
Yes.
Okay.
Seeing kids with a striking resemblance to their parents isn't an everyday occurrence. Nonetheless, there are unique cases among celebrities. No one can deny this. And if you wish to, wait until you see them. Without further ado, grab your seats and let's uncover 15 celebrity kids who look exactly like their parents. Number 15. Demi Moore and Rumour Willis. The striking resemblance between Demi Moore and Rumour Willis can be confusing at times. If you were to guess who the parent was, you would almost fall for any trick. Demi Moore is an American actress who rose to prominence in the early 1980s. As her career blossomed, she became the world's highest-paid actress in 1995. Rumour began her career as a model, and over the years, she appeared frequently in world-class movies, reinstating her place in Hollywood. On November 21, 1987, Demi married her second husband, Bruce Willis, and together they welcomed 3 children: Rumour Glenn Willis, Scott LaRue Willis, and Tallulah Bell Willis. Amazingly, Rumour Glenn Willis happens to be the exact copy of her mom. From her facial gestures to how she speaks, a bond justifies the resemblance. Rumour Willis, who was born on August 16, 1988, didn't have to choose any other part but to follow the trailblazer that her mom had set. She made her acting debut opposite her mother in the coming-of-age drama Now and Then, 1995. The charisma between the duo explains why they bond so well, and looking at the movie, it explains why they have so many similarities. Rumour has since become a big player in Hollywood. Number 14. Tom Hanks and Colin Hanks. You couldn't be with Tom Hanks and Colin Hanks and not ask if they were twins. How they look the same seems to be a wonder of endless debate in the hearts of Hollywood lovers. And if you were to know them by solving a puzzle, you might fall into the ditch doing just that. As an actor and filmmaker, Tom Hanks is known for his comedic and dramatic roles. He is one of the most recognizable film stars worldwide and is regarded as an American cultural icon. Hanks's breakthrough as an underdog in Hollywood can be traced back to 1984, where he played the leading role in the comedy film Splash. In 1978, Hanks married American actress Samantha Lewis, and as their love life blossomed, they welcomed their child Colin Hanks. Colin's arrival was a gleam of hope for the family, and as he grew up, he was nonetheless a carbon copy of his dad. Oftentimes, people mistook him for his dad, and if you ever look at it, you wouldn't blame them for their shortcomings. As Colin came of age, his passion for acting became clearer, and you wouldn't deny that his father's influence was part of the deal. Colin gained mainstream attention after a main role on the WB science fiction series Roswell, 1999 to 2001. Since then, he has become Hollywood's favorite. He has also appeared in several movies, including Parkland, Untraceable, and Elvis and Nixon. Colin and Tom's unrestrained resemblance settles the fact once and for all that parents can sometimes look exactly alike without any iota of difference. Number 13. Jack Nicholson and Ray Nicholson. Nature has a way of creating a scenario that dumbfounds human intelligence. Looking at the phenomenal Jack Nicholson and Ray Nicholson, you wouldn't agree less. The father and son resemblance is not just a flick, but one confirmed by great minds in the Hollywood industry. As a retired actor and filmmaker, Jack Nicholson is a phenomenal figure, and his 5-decade-long career was a true portrait of impact and greatness. Jack trained as an actor with the Players Ring Theater Group, after which he found small parts performing on the stage and in TV soap operas. As the years went by, he became viewers' favorite, playing varying roles in movies like Carnal Knowledge, 1971, The Shining, 1980, Heartburn, 1986, and The Last Detail, 1974. In 1989, Jack fell in love with Rebecca Broussard. Even though their relationship lasted only 3 years, they welcomed one son, Ray Nicholson. Ray was born on February 20, 1992, and as he grew up with his parents, an unusual resemblance to his dad became visible. They soon bonded, and fans couldn't help but ponder their facial expressions each time they stepped out. Just like his dad, he found solace in acting, and before anyone knew what was happening, he started starring in blockbuster movies. His first role was in the 2006 film The Benchwarmers. Then he went on to appear in minor roles, including the multi-genre film Promising Young Woman, 2020, and the romantic drama Licorice Pizza, 2021. Fans went wild for Ray's performance in the 2024 horror film Smile 2, where his smirking close-ups were a nod to Jack's wicked grins in The Shining, 1980. The father-son duo have been spotted sitting courtside at the Crypto.com arena on numerous occasions, including during the NBA playoffs in May 2023. Truly, their relationship is a real definition of love. Number 12. Uma Thurman and Maya Hawke. Imagine bumping into two people who look exactly alike. You would have called them twins, only to find out they aren't. This is what happens when you set your eyes on this beautiful mother and daughter. Uma Thurman, as an actress, is not your regular Hollywood star, but one whose record speaks greatly of mind-blowing feats. She has performed in various films, from romantic comedies and dramas to science fiction and action films. Her breakthrough role in Hollywood was when she starred as Mia Wallace in Quentin Tarantino's 1994 film Pulp Fiction. Established as a Hollywood actress, Thurman's notable films include Henry and June, The Truth About Cats and Dogs, Batman and Robin, and many others. On May 1, 1998, she married actor Ethan Hawke, whom she met on the set of the 1997 film Gattaca. Soon enough, Thurman and Ethan welcomed their daughter Maya. Maya became their favorite, and as time passed, she was nonetheless a replica of her mum. Their bond grew stronger, and it was obvious that she had a major stake in her mum's life. And just like her, Maya followed a path in acting. However, she didn't stop there. She added a masterpiece of becoming a songwriter and a singer. Maya gained recognition for starring as Robin Buckley in the Netflix science fiction series Stranger Things, 2019 till present. She appeared in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Do Revenge, and several other movies that gave her a spot in Hollywood. Could we say that Thurman had passed on the baton to her? Judging from her footsteps, greater things await her. Number 11. Blythe Danner and Gwyneth Paltrow. Blythe Danner's Hollywood record is nothing short of greatness, and right from when she became an actress, the world celebrated her. Her rise to fame can be traced back to 2004, when she played the role of Izzy Huffstad in the movie Huff. Her performance didn't go unnoticed. She was awarded the Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. She grew confident as the days went by and never stopped bringing perfection to her work through acting. At the perfect time, she met the producer and director Bruce Paltrow. They fell in love and got married. And as they expected, she gave birth to two children, Gwyneth Paltrow and Jake Paltrow. However, Gwyneth was a perfect picture of her mum. You couldn't deny it even if you tried to. She connected with her parents from the start, and as the English scholar calls it, she could fit perfectly into her mum's shoes. Gwyneth didn't have to choose her fate. She loved acting with every bit of her. She established herself as a leading lady, appearing mainly in mid-budget and period films during the 1990s and early 2000s before transitioning to blockbusters and franchises. Her impact didn't come without merit. She is a major custodian of several awards, including the Golden Globe and Primetime Emmy Awards. From hindsight, the world is yet to see the wonders of Gwyneth. She would be a perfect representation of stardom. Number 10. Kim Bassinger and Ireland Baldwin. Sometimes, even the best amongst the best can have a replica, and no doubt Ireland Baldwin carries the perception of her mum both in looks, physique, and everything you could think of. How did this happen? Well, you can ask nature about that. Before breaking through the wall of Hollywood, Kim Bassinger started as a TV starlet and shot to fame as a Bond girl in 1983. Switching to acting in 1976, she appeared in several television productions, including a remake of From Here to Eternity, before making her feature debut in the rural drama Hard Country. Over the years, she did so well that at one point, she was ranked by the Los Angeles Times Magazine as the third most beautiful woman in a roll of 50. Her beauty eventually charmed the handsome Alec Baldwin, whom she met in 1990, playing lovers in The Marrying Man. Eventually, things turned out well. They wedded in August 1993, and by 1995, they welcomed their daughter Ireland. Ireland became very close to her mother because her parents divorced in 2000. Surprisingly, Ireland grew up to bear a major resemblance to her mum, and sweet as it was, she loved everything about her appearance. Even though she loves her mum so much, she wasn't deterred in any way from becoming a fashion model, which is contrary to her mum's career path. Baldwin started modeling in 2013 and appeared in the film Grudge Match, as well as editorials for magazines such as Grazia. Since she came to know who she was, she accepted it with every bit of her, and now she never fails to thank her mum for making her such a beautiful woman. Number 9. Vanessa Paradis and Lily Rose Depp. Who says people don't have a striking resemblance? Then it is clear they haven't seen the duo Vanessa Paradis and Lily Rose Depp. It baffles everyone how it happened. But what more can you say? Nature chooses what she wants. Vanessa Paradis is a French singer, model, and actress. She became a star at the age of 14 with the international success of her single Joe Le Taxi, 1987. At age 18, she was awarded France's highest honors as a singer and an actress, with the Prix Romy Schneider and the César Award for Most Promising Actress. While doing very well as a singer and actress, she met the American actor Johnny Depp in 1998. They dated for over 14 years, and in those beautiful years of theirs, they had one daughter, Lily Rose Depp. Lily was born in 1999, and she was such a beauty to behold. As she grew, people couldn't spot the difference between Paradis and her, not even minding the age difference. When everyone thought she would veer off a path other than her mum's, she followed her footsteps and fell head over heels into acting. She began her acting career in film with a minor role in Tusk, 2014, and pursued a career as a fashion model. She appeared in the period dramas The Dancer, 2016, and The King, as well as the romantic comedy A Faithful Man. She is nonetheless enjoying herself in the Hollywood industry. Hopefully, we might see a collaboration between the duo, but until then, their stunning beauty could do much justice. Number 8. Susan Sarandon and Eva Amorei Martino. If you didn't know this duo and were given a task to identify them by facial expression, one thing is sure: you wouldn't make any proper identification. Susan Sarandon, who happens to be Eva Amorei Martino's mum, passed her looks on to her beautiful daughter. Susan's pace in the Hollywood industry has been consistent, and with a career spanning over 5 decades, she has several accolades to show for it. She made her film debut in Joe, 1970, and appeared in the soap operas A World Apart, 1970 to 1971. In the mid-1980s, Sarandon dated Italian filmmaker Franco Amorei, with whom she had a daughter, Eva Amorei. Eva was born in 1985, and just as they had envisaged, she was a bundle of joy to her parents. She became all shades of joy and comfort. However, as she grew, it was obvious that she wasn't just the child of Sarandon, but one who carried everything that made her. This confused critics, as they couldn't differentiate the duo even on the red carpet. Amorei has since found a place in acting, and day by day, she continues the legacy that her mum has paved for her. With so many accolades to attest to her success, she is doing well representing the family in all respects. Number 7. Cindy Crawford and Kaia Gerber. How Cindy and Kaia have irrefutably the same characteristics is such a wonder that nature has given the Hollywood community to behold. During the 1980s and 90s, Cindy Crawford was among the most popular supermodels and a ubiquitous presence on magazine covers and runways, as well as in fashion campaigns. As her career took a beautiful turn, she ventured into acting and business ventures. In 1987, Crawford appeared in the opening credits of the Michael J. Fox film The Secret of My Success. 3 years later, she was featured alongside top models Christy Turlington, Linda Evangelista, Tatjana Patitz, and Naomi Campbell on the cover of the January edition of British Vogue. Interestingly, after divorcing Richard Gere in 1995, she married businessman and former model Randa Gerber on May 29, 1998. According to her, she finally found peace, and just to buttress her point, they welcomed their daughter Kaia Gerber. Kaia came into this beautiful world in 2001, bearing the seal of her mother's carbon copy, and as she grew up in her mother's care, her facial appearance became evident in her life. Kaia grew up to become a fashion model and actress. Honestly, she steals the show each time she steps in. After starring in ad campaigns for fashion brands since debuting at Fashion Week in 2017, Gerber won Model of the Year at the British Fashion Awards in 2018. While everyone seems to be celebrating her impact in the community, Let's not forget that it became possible because of the inbuilt characteristics her mom transferred to her. Number 6. Goldie Hawn and Kate Hudson. Goldie Hawn and Kate Hudson couldn't just be shrugged off the list of those with a striking resemblance because they are a perfect blend of everything nice. Many have asked, can a mother and her daughter be very identical? The answer is yes. Looking at the duo, you can confirm it. Goldie Hawn is an American actress, director, and producer whose mother was an American Jew of Hungarian immigrant parents. One of her early roles was as a cast member of Laugh In, a comedy series on NBC television. Her breakthrough role came later in one of the many comedy films she acted in during the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. She won the Academy Award and the Golden Globe Award in 1969 for her work in Cactus Flower. Hawn isn't one actress you can't identify with. She holds a reputable position even among her peers. In 1975, Hawn got engaged to Bill Hudson of the Hudson Brothers, whom she met the previous summer on a first-class flight from New York to Los Angeles. On July 3, 1976, they tied the knot. In the years to come, they welcomed 2 children, Oliver Hudson and Kate Hudson. Amazingly, Kate became Mummy's favorite because she bore a resemblance that was too sleek to ignore. The similarities in appearance made their bond stronger, and from a place of love, she maintained that connection. Eventually, Kate grew up to love show business, and without further ado, joined her mother on the exciting journey of Hollywood. She began her career as an actress in 1996, and by 2000, she landed a good role where she played Penny Lane in Almost Famous, for which she won a Golden Globe. She is a pure representation of hope for the Hollywood of tomorrow. All this became possible because her mom gave her some of the genes that make things work. Number 5. Meryl Streep and Mamie Gummer. Comparisons can only be fruitful when there are clear differences. But when there are none, what do you do? Meryl Streep and Mamie Gummer's resemblance proves that blood has some undeniable characteristics within a family. As an actress, Meryl Streep made her stage debut in 1975 with the public theater production of Trelawney of the Wells. While Hollywood was yet to recover from her unusual performance, she made her film debut with a brief role alongside Jane Fonda. Streep established herself as a leading Hollywood actress in the 1980s. She played dual roles in the period drama The French Lieutenant's Woman, 1981, and starred as a Polish Holocaust survivor in Sophie's Choice, 1982. Things played out so well for Meryl, and on September 30th, 1978, she married American sculptor Don Gummer. As they adventured deeply in love, they welcomed 4 children: Henry Wolfe, Mamie Gummer, Grace, and Louise Gummer. They all ventured into something different, but Mamie Gummer was a unique breed among them all. Needless to say, she and her mom share a striking resemblance that no one can truly explain. Mamie also loves the idea of acting, and today she follows tirelessly in that adventure. As a toddler, she appeared with her mother in Heartburn. From there, her passion grew to enviable heights. She has also starred in the title role of the CW series Emily Owens, MD, 2012 to 2013, and played the recurring role of Nancy Crozier on The Good Wife, 2010 to 2015, and its spin-off, The Good Fight, 2018. She is never stopping anytime soon. We hope to see her in blockbuster movies as the years go by. Nevertheless, she can represent her mum should the need arise, as they share many similarities. Number 4. Tina Nolles and Beyonce Nolles. The beautiful daughter of Tina Nolles, Beyonce Nolles, is a pure representation that daughters often choose who to resemble right from the womb. If not, why would there be this exactness between the duo Tina Nolles and Beyonce Nolles? Tina is an American businesswoman, fashion designer, author, and philanthropist, known for establishing the brands House of Darien and Miss Tina. As a fashion designer, Nolles has been featured in publications such as Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Harper's Bazaar, L'Officiel, InStyle, and Sports Illustrated. She has also designed costumes for several films, including Dreamgirls, The Pink Panther, Austin Powers in Goldmember, Obsessed, and Cadillac Records. On January 5, 1980, she married Matthew Nolles, a Xerox salesman who would later quit his job to manage Destiny's Child. Even though the pair divorced in 2011, they share 2 children, Beyonce and Solange. Amongst the two, Beyonce looks like her mother, becoming the center of attention each time she goes out with her. Contrary to what many thought she would venture into, she chose singing, and today she is one of the most influential musicians in the world. Over a career spanning over 3 decades, she has established herself as one of the most significant figures of the 21st century through her vocal ability, musical versatility, live performances, and culturally important works. She rose to fame in 1997 as a member of Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. Her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, 2003, became one of the best-selling albums of the 21st century. Tina Knowles and Beyonce Knowles remind us that some of the finest characteristics are transferable. Number 3. Jerry Hall and Georgia May Jagger. Looking at the duo, Jerry Hall and Georgia May Jagger, one thing is sure: they are custodians of the same characteristics that make them unique in their way. Jerry Hall is an American model and actress whose career has been phenomenal. She began modeling in the 1970s and became one of the most sought-after models in the world. She transitioned into acting, appearing in the 1989 film Batman. While the Hollywood community was celebrating a key figure, Hall was focused on improving her worth to become an undeniable underdog in the history of Hollywood. Fortunately, she made her mark, and by 1977, Hall had been on 40 magazine covers, including Italian Vogue and Cosmopolitan. Interestingly, Hall met Jagger in 1977, and by 1990, they held a Hindu wedding ceremony. Even though the High Court of England nullified the marriage, they shared 4 children: Elizabeth Scarlett, Georgia May, Gabriel Luke, and James Leroy. Everyone was beautiful in their own way, but Georgia May Jagger stood out among them. Why is that so? May was a pure reflection of her mother's qualities. Understandably, she grew up knowing that. By the time she was a teenager, their chemistry was stronger, thanks to the closeness they shared as she grew up. May ventured into modeling, and like her mum, she broke barriers that were hard to overcome. In 2008, Jagger signed with independent models, and by 2011, she debuted at Chanel's resort show. The world is yet to see more of May. This time, she will be a notable figure among her elites thanks to Hall, who gave her that leverage. Number 2. Lisa Bonet and Zoe Kravitz. It isn't new to say people can look alike in different ways. Honestly, Lisa Bonet and Zoe Kravitz perfectly fit this description. Lisa Bonet is an American actress who made a name for herself with her perfectly playing roles. She portrayed Denise Huxtable on the sitcom The Cosby Show, 1984 to 1992, for which she earned widespread acclaim and a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series in 1986. Bonet has starred in the action-thriller film Enemy of the State, the comedy-drama film High Fidelity, the action-drama film Biker Boys, and the thriller film Road to Paloma. In November 16, 1987, Bonet eloped with American rock singer Lenny Kravitz. It sure was the best decision for her, as she had fallen so deeply in love with him. Amazingly, they welcomed their child Zoe Isabella Kravitz, who eventually became a bundle of joy to them. Zoe grew up in the hands of her mum, and as a sign that she was truly her daughter, they shared similar characteristics that were hard to differentiate. Zoe became a fan of movies, and when the time was right, she ventured into it fully as an actress. She made her acting debut in the romantic comedy film No Reservations in 2007. Her breakthrough was portraying Angel Salvadore, Tempest, in the superhero film X-Men First Class. From that point, she has never been a shadow of herself, only moving from one level to a higher one. Her flawlessness shouldn't be a matter of debate. Excellence runs in the blood, and she must have inherited it from her mum. Number 1. Minnie Ripperton and Maya Rudolph. Again, the blazing side of Hollywood has at some point witnessed a true definition of resemblance. Minnie Ripperton and her daughter Maya Rudolph share so many similarities that merely looking at them, you can't differentiate between them, except guided. Minnie Ripperton was an American soul singer and songwriter best known for her 1974 single, Lovin' You. She was a unique treasure unveiled to the Hollywood industry, and she proved just that with her 5-octave vocal range and the use of the whistle register. Her early affiliation with the Chicago-based Chess Records allowed her to sing backing vocals for established artists such as Etta James, Fontella Bass, Ramsey Lewis, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, and Muddy Waters. On April 5th, she became successful worldwide after releasing the single "Lovin' You," which gained acceptance amongst music critics and those who understand one or two things about music. In a strange turn of events, she met Richard Rudolph, and in August 1970, they got married. They were blessed with 2 children, Richard Rudolph and Maya Rudolph, whom they had been expecting for a while. However, Maya Rudolph became the order of the day as she grew up in the loving hands of her mom and dad. She took on a striking likeness of her mom, and just as she behaves on screen and behind the scenes, there was nothing visible to differentiate them. The world was in awe of these two, and each time they stepped out on the red carpet, at shows, or any other related business, fans never ceased to appreciate nature's good work. While growing up, Maya Rudolph didn't have to follow in her mom's footsteps as a singer, but veered off into a unique path. She became an actress and extended it further by involving herself in comedy. From 2000 to 2007, she was a cast member on the NBC sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live. During her tenure on the show, she appeared in supporting roles in the films 50 First Dates, 2004, A Prairie Home Companion, 2006, and Idiocracy, 2006. As time went by, she kept doing mighty things with her talents, and today she is not just a voice, but a model for upcoming actresses in Hollywood. You can't give her all the credit if you don't appreciate her mom, who allowed her to be at her best. Which of these celebrity kids do you love the most, and do you think their resemblance is any different? Please let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Before you go, click on the video displayed on your screen.